Hey, I'm back. Um, I didn't quite understand at first why I had marked the end of this chapter in the Bible, Psalm 74. On the bottom of it, I wrote this whole section here was God calling us calling God out on his promises, because in the Bible he makes specific promises. Like the rainbow is one of them. He's never going to flood the earth and kill all of his creation again. But I was like, why are they calling God out on his promises? But right here at the beginning of the chapter, they're in a really bad place. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Psalm 74. They're in a really bad place. They've got a lot going against them. They've got just so many things, ugh. They're feeling really beat down. But then they remember right here, God, you're the one that gives us all of these things. And then they're like, remember your promises to us. So I'm going to go ahead and read through this, Psalm 74. And again, totally relevant to what we can understand, and we can feel their anguish and their, why am I in a bad place? Why am I seeing all this crap happening around me when I was told by your word, you, God, say that as Christians, we're going to have promises. Where are your promises? So I'm going to go ahead and read through it. Why have you rejected us forever, O God? Why does your anger smolder against the sheep of your pasture? Remember the people you purchased of old, the tribe of your inheritance whom you redeemed, Mount Zion where you dwelt. Turn your steps toward these everlasting ruins, all the destruction the enemy has brought on the sanctuary. Your foes roared up in the place where you met with us. They set up their standards as signs. They behaved like men wielding axes to cut through a thicket of trees. They smashed all the carved paneling with their axes and hatchets. They burned your sanctuary to the ground. They defiled the dwelling place of your name. They said in their heart, we will crush them completely. They burned every place where God was worshipped in the land. We are given no miraculous signs. No prophets are left. None of us knows how long this will be. How long will the enemy mock you, O God? Will the foe revile your name forever? This is a time where they're talking about armies had gone through the land, and they burned and smashed all of the churches, temples, the buildings that they had met in. They killed all the prophets. They any church leaders were now gone, and they didn't have a place to meet. And they're like, God, why is this happening? Why are you letting them tear down the church? Why do you hold back your hand, your right hand, dominant hand? Take it from the folds of your garment and destroy them. But you, O God, are my king from old. You bring salvation upon the earth. It was you who split open the sea by your power. You broke the heads of the monsters in the waters. It was you who crushed the heads of Leviathan and gave him as food to the creatures of the desert. It was you who opened up springs and streams. You dried up the ever-flowing rivers. The day is yours, and yours is also the night, and you established the sun and moon. It was you who set all the boundaries of the earth. You made both summer and winter. So remembering who they're talking to. Oh, okay, so this is God. This is who he is. We remember who you are. We're not just going to sit here and be like, why are you letting this happen? Okay, let's sit for a minute. This is God. This is the same God who did all these miracles. This is the same God who allowed this good to happen and this good to happen. He's the same God who created everything. No, wait a second. This God also made promises. Remember how the enemy has mocked you, O Lord, how foolish people had reviled your name. Do not hand over the life of your dove to the wild beast. Do not forget the lives of your afflicted people forever. Have regard for your covenant, because haunts of violence fill the dark places of land. Do not let the oppressed retreat in disgrace. May the poor and needy praise your name. Rise up, O God, and defend your cause. Remember how fools mock you all day long. Do not ignore the clamor of your adversaries, the uproar of your enemies, which rises continually. Don't forget, God, we are still here. Defend the people who are here talking in your name. We are being oppressed. We are being ripped apart. We are crying out to you. Don't forget, we are here. Don't let us be taken down by the enemy. Have regard for your covenant. Don't forget, God, we have a covenant with you. That's pretty straight up awesome. Reminding God of his covenant. Being like, hey, yo, you promised. And it's like, you know what? Yes, I did. It's amazing. How often do we, for one, remember what his promises are, and two, actually call him out on the promises that he made to us? Because if we are faithful, if we are in his word, if we are living the way he wants us to, if we are communicating with him, if we are praying, if we are being a biblical Christian, he promised as part of the covenant to always be with us. The omni is omnipotent, or omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. He promised all of these things. So we are allowed to call him out on his promises. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to happen right away. But that tells him that, hey, we remember that even if things are feeling and looking like crap, we remember that you made promises and that these things will happen in your time. It's all in God's timing, because he has the perfect plan. So it's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Yes, pretty awesome. Don't forget, God, I'm down here in the middle of it. Remember your promise. I'll talk to you guys later.